Thank you so much, Tina. Oh my God. So we're going to go on now to the most exciting part of the actual orientation, or at least we like to think this. Now you're going to hear from your peers. You're going to hear from senior students that have actually done their internships. They are members of the Institute and have been for over a year, and they have a lot to say. And the beauty of this is there's one particular piece that you added that scored high in the poll. And you guys mentioned networking. And I love this year's duo of panelists because they both touch on networking, and it's actually a key theme to both of what they want to say to you. So I hope that you pay very close attention. So now we're going to start with our student speakers, and I'd like to start with our first student, Teena. Thank you very much, Teena. So please take it away.
Thanks, Leslie. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. So hello, everyone. I'm Teena Mohaimen. I'm doing my master's in aerospace engineering, and I am a co-op student. So I did my first internship last summer, in fact, at Teena, which is a global pipeline company. And then in the next fall, I started my co-op at Pratt& and Whitney, Canada, and I'm still doing my internship, which means it's an 8-month internship. And my role at Pratt& and Whitney, Canada is to analyze the data that we get from the engines and to see if the engine is working well or not. And overall, I'm involved in lots of extracurricular activities, lots of volunteering activities, and I'm also training to be a pilot. And I also take karate lessons. And a bit of a not so fun fact about me is that I'm not that good at cooking. My food is barely edible, and I really need to work on that. So, in today's speech, I'm going to divide it into two parts: the first year master's and the second year master's, since most of our master's programs are of 2 years. So, firstly, I did not have any relevant industrial work experience because I graduated from my undergrad and started my master's right away. So I was thinking, how would I compete with the students with relevant industrial work experience, right? So I figured the way I would stand out to the recruiters, the way I would stand out in my resume was by being a well-rounded student. So from the very first semester, I joined Outreach Space Concordia, and I also joined French classes because I wanted to know about the Quebecois culture. I wanted to know about the language so that I can relate to the people more. And what I did with the outreach team in Space Concordia is we went to different schools and we taught children of different ages, elementary school children, middle school children, and we taught them about STEM activities, physics, science, engineering, and even one of the schools, as you can see in the picture, I was teaching a group of very young children coding, and they were really excited to learn about that. They were doing really good too. So what this helped me do is brush up my communication skills, my presentation skills, and whatever stage fright that I had, got to work on that too. And then the next semester, last year, winter semester, I attended an aerospace case competition. So the case competition was arranged by some big companies, Montreal Airport, Bombardier, and all these elite high-profile companies, right? So my teammates and I, we worked really hard, and we even had to submit the case report on the day of our midterm. So it was very, very stressful, but we pulled it off. And guess what? We got selected to present our case in front of the judges, right? And so our judges were all these executives from these big companies, right? So, and we also won second place, as you can see in one of the pictures. So we are holding the trophies there. Yeah. So after the competition, we got connected with those judges via LinkedIn. And even one of the judges suggested us to post our achievement on LinkedIn and to add it in the CV because whenever we apply for any jobs, it would add value to it. The recruiters would recognize the name of the competition right away. Okay, so we did that, and all four of us in our team, we ended up with internships. So yeah, that works. Yes. So, and also another thing that I did is I joined the rocketry division of Space Concordia, and a few months later, I worked with the spacecraft division of Space Concordia. So what this helped me do was to build on the technical knowledge and to get some hands-on experience too, right? And all this while I was building my network. I was getting to know different people, and I was getting to know people having different skills. Okay. So next, what I wanted to do is I wanted to get a summer internship. So my fall internship, that is fall 2022 internship, that's the co-op. My co-op is in fall 2022, but I wanted to get an internship in summer 2022 as well. So I started applying to many, many companies myself, and I applied to like hundreds of companies, and I got a few interview offers, quite a few interview offers, and I accepted one of them at Tenaris, since it's a global company. And then I moved to Ontario for the summer for my internship. And it went really well, and that gave me a bit of an experience too. And then my fall internship, I got the offer of my fall internship even before I got my summer internship. And I would say it's all due to networking, and all due to this visibility of being a very well-rounded student, right? So whatever achievement that we even got a volunteering award from Concordia, because we volunteered on behalf of Space Concordia, right? Or for all these outreach activities. So uploading that on LinkedIn, and we were getting likes and comments from recruiters from different companies. So that adds to it as well. So after I finished my summer internship, and I was going to start my fall internship in an aerospace company, I myself is an aerospace engineering student. Um, I wanted to, get my hands on the plane. I've always wanted to be an astronaut when I was a child, and I've always loved the space, loved the sky. So I thought, why not try learning how to fly a plane? So I started calling up different schools, different flight schools in Montreal. And guess what? There are very good flight schools in Montreal. So I got into one of them, and I started my pilot training. And when I started my fall internship at Pratt& Whitney, Canada, my efforts were well recognized, I would say. My supervisors, my colleagues, they knew that I was doing this pilot training, and they knew that I had won competitions and I was involved in lots of extracurricular activities. So you'll be rewarded for it, and you'll be recognized for it. So I would highly advise you guys to be involved in lots of extracurricular and volunteering activities. So that was the end of my first year. Okay. And the beginning of second year is this year's resolution. My resolution was to put some time apart specifically for my mental and physical health. Because in the first year, I was working really late, like late hours. I was working a lot. I was probably not eating a lot. I was not sleeping a lot. So that took a toll on my mental and physical health a bit. So I wanted to do something for my health, right? And coincidentally, uh, this winter, this January, in fact, in one of the executive meetings at my company, one of the colleagues spoke very passionately about karate. You know, he has been doing karate for 20 plus years, and he was speaking about the health benefits, the benefits it has to the mind, the body, the soul. So I wanted to, get enrolled and see how that helps. And well, a fun fact is in karate, there are some breathing techniques that help you calm your nerves like right away. So if you guys have stage fright, or if you guys are nervous before an exam or something, and you guys can try out the karate breathing techniques, and that is surely going to help you. So that's all I did. And I'm still carrying on my internship. And I would like to leave you guys with a few pieces of advice. The first would be networking. Networking is very, very important. So meet lots of people, talk to different people, participate in different competitions, volunteering activities. And Concordia offers lots of volunteering options. There are different kinds of volunteering options and extracurricular activities. Try to participate in them. And another thing that you guys could work on is going to career fairs. Concordia organizes different career fairs. And in the engineering career fair, there are like 60, 70, 80, 90 companies. So what happens in career fairs is that you get one-on-one interviews, informational or informal interviews with the recruiters. So what they do is they note your names down. What happened in my case is when I was applying for positions in the co-op portal, I saw that the same managers were in charge of those positions, right? So they called me for those interviews because they singled me out from those informational or informal interviews at the career fair. So it really helps. Okay. And my second piece of advice would be to network across disciplines. You know, so what happens mostly is that engineers only know other engineers, okay, or even suppose the mechanical engineers only know civil engineers, and that's not that good. So what I did to close the gap was to participate in competitions which invite students from all disciplines. So as you can see in one of the pictures, I had attended a competition, an engineering commerce competition last year. And we were a team of 4 students, one of them from journalism, one of them from international business relations, one of them industrial engineering, and myself, aerospace engineering. So what this helps us do is it helps us look at the same problem from different perspectives from people with different disciplines, right? So it's lots of fun, and you get to, you get to understand the problem in various fairs, I would say. And we got to present our case to an amazing panel of judges. And well, obviously that adds to networking. So you get to network and connect to people from different disciplines as well. And add them on LinkedIn, keep in touch with them. Who knows, maybe in the near future you might be able to work with them. So I would tell you guys to grab as many opportunities as you can, work really, really hard, and well, have some fun time too, and you will get whatever you wanted to get. And now I invite you to put down your questions in the Q&A, and I'll also put down my LinkedIn so that you can reach out to me whenever you need.
Thank you so much, Teena. Oh my God. So as you guys can all see, the power of networking. And also what I find really, truly interesting about Teena is I've had lots of students that have volunteered before, but for her, it was a concrete part of her strategy at the Institute. And for that, it is totally fantastic. Her volunteer experiences allowed her to secure amazing internships. And it's not every day that you see a student secure their internship solely on their volunteer experiences. So I think her story is very important to share, especially for any of you that have spent most of your academic career just studying and haven't had the time to do either a real concrete internship or even like volunteer. So it's never too late to volunteer and start building up on your volunteer experiences. Thank you so much, Teena. One student, Athul, is asking for this. And I will ask Teena her question, okay? Can you share one challenge that stuck with you and one highlight of either of your internships with the group?
One challenge I would say is in my first internship, since it was my first work experience, I felt intimidated to approach my coworkers, with the whatever problems that I was having. I was thinking, should I ask them? Maybe it's too silly of a problem, too silly of a question. Should I ask this? Should I ask that? But my supervisor and my manager, they were really, really helpful and welcoming. So even there are some of the shortcuts in Excel, like those are really small, silly things. My supervisor would sit beside me and would be like, okay, you're doing it this way. Maybe you could try this. Maybe you could try that. So he was helpful to that extent. And they made sure that I was feeling comfortable in the team. And they invited me to all the meetings, all the group meetings, even though I did not have anything to contribute in that meeting, but I was invited so that I could learn about the work culture, about how people speak, right? And also, since we are international students, probably we do not have that much idea about the culture in Canada, right? So attending lunch meetings with our colleagues, and the type of conversations they have, the type of jokes they have. So that's how I got to learn about more about the culture and the company.
Thank you so much, Teena.